Look, this is why they say don't feed the wild animals.
Mike the Bee, the music. Hello, my little flowers. So this is going to be a little different. This is going to be more like a personal vlog. So today is a very special day. Me and my partner Will, he's driving right now. We are celebrating our 5-year anniversary. So I thought it'd be kind of fun because I don't really share a whole lot of personal information. It's more, you know, about my love of theme parks and my adventures, and then any information with that I can share with you. So I figured this one would be a little bit different and give you a little bit more personal information as far as I'm concerned with all of you. So we just left the place where we first met. So we met at a Starbucks. We did, well, officially, I guess, we met on a social media site called Adam for Adam. For those of you not familiar with it, it is a gay site where people are supposed to be social, but most of the time they're more social than one might think.
Horizontally social.
So, yes. So, we, at the time, both of us in our profiles and stuff, I definitely was only looking for friends. I just got out of a super toxic relationship and was just kind of over, you know, the dating scene and stuff. It was like, I need time for me. And so I found Will's profile, and yeah, so we kind of started talking. Eventually, we were like, okay, let's meet up, you know, and see if we click and, you know, just be friends. That was the whole thing, just be friends. We had planned to meet at this Starbucks, and somebody
who
kind of double booked.
Who?
It's not what you think, because at first I thought the same thing. But he basically had made dinner arrangements with his niece and his mother around the same time that we were supposed to meet up for coffee. So he sent me that message, and I was like, okay, cool. And then, because I was already at the Starbucks, because at that point I lived quite a distance from the location. So I was like, well, let me get there early. I don't know what traffic's like, you know, all good stuff. So yeah, so I got to Starbucks early. I'm like, fine. I'm used to sitting at, you know, coffee shops and just watching the day go by. So that's what I did for probably an hour or two. It wasn't super long. Well, then I got another message that he takes care of his mother, who is currently 80 years old. And at the time, she would spend 6 months here in Florida and then 6 months in Arkansas with his sister. Well, she was currently in Florida, and he was, you know, taking care of her. So he had informed me that he would have to take her back to the house before coming to Starbucks if it was just going to be him, which would be another hour. So, of course, I'm thinking, we're just meeting for coffee. We're just meeting, you know, to see if we click and can become friends. So I was like, okay, whatever, like, just bring your mother, like, no big deal. So he did, and I had more conversation with his mother than I did with him. But no, it was like a good meeting, you know. It was like very casual and like laid back and whatever, and like, yeah. And so I was like, okay, you know, well, yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing him again and hanging out, whatever. So, we both kind of mutually agreed that yes, we'd like to, you know, hang out again. And of course he said, well, this time it'll just be us. So then, you know, we can talk to each other and, you know, get to know each other. So, what had happened was he, at the time, he would go out of town for work for like about a week or so every now and then. So he was doing that, and he was like, you know, I could pick him up from the airport, you know, we could go to like dinner or something, and then, you know, I could just drop him off, you know, at his house or whatever. And I was thinking, okay, I could do that. So, okay. So I don't know if did you message me before I picked you up?
I don't know.
I can't remember. Anyway, I don't know if it was before I picked him up or when I picked him up, but basically he was like, so I double booked again. We were going to TGI Friday, so it wasn't anything fancy or special or any of that stuff. But he, again, planned to have dinner with his niece and his mother when he got back to town. So I was like, okay, alright, well, I mean, and of course this whole time I'm thinking, okay, whatever, like, we're just hanging out as friends. You know, not that I want to hang out with his niece and his mother every single time too, but okay, whatever. So we did. We went to Fridays, and you know, we had dinner, and it was fun and whatever. And yeah, we started hanging out more and more, and here we are, 5 years later.
And 57 lounge fly bags.
And 57 lounge fly bags. Yes, he's been paying for it ever since.
That's right. You bring your mother to one date, and all of a sudden you got to pay for it the rest of your life.
Well,
it's worth it.
So yeah, so every year on our anniversary, we do go by the Starbucks where we met initially. Get us a drinky drink. So we got a drink, and today the guy actually gave us free snacks as well. We got to pick out something from the case, so that was something a little extra and different that, you know, we hadn't done before, so that was fun. And so yeah, today, so the 5-year anniversary, for those who don't know, I looked it up. The traditional gift is wood, and then the modern gift is silverware. So, yeah, so we did gifts and stuff earlier this morning, but we are on our way to Disney Springs, to the AMC, because we have not seen the new Avatar: The Way of Water, and so Will really wanted to see it. I want to see it too, I mean, don't get me wrong. So we are actually on our way right now to Disney Springs to watch the movie. But yeah, and then we have dinner tonight at a place I have never been to, and I've been here for so long, I can't believe I haven't been there yet. We're going to the Animal Kingdom Lodge tonight to Sanaa, because many people who've been to Sanaa, you know, rave about it, and you have to get the bread service and stuff. So I've eaten at both other restaurants, Boma and Jiko, and they're both amazing. Will has eaten at Jiko. I think we even ate at the Quick Serve one time. But yeah, both of us have never been to Sanaa, so this is actually both of our first visit this evening. So that's kind of us in a nutshell. We're just enjoying life, and I'm taking you along on these little adventures of mine, and I hope you are actually enjoying them, and you're getting some information, the little bits that I'm sharing with you as I learn them, or I know them, and I kind of remember, oh yeah, you know, this fun little fact.
Well, I don't care if they enjoy them, I enjoy them, so that's all that matters.
That's right. And what else did I tell you to say?
That you're so beautiful, and you nice, and you is kind, and you is important, and let's see, hold on,
So anyway, so yeah, so we're heading to Disney Springs. We're in the middle of the I-4 traffic. I'm sure many of you have been in this before and know how much fun it is. So as soon as we get to Disney Springs, we'll continue with this little personal blog.
Years later.
So now that we're done with the movie, we have a little bit of time to kill, so we're going to do some shopping. So the first stop is going to be the Lego store, which is Will's favorite store. I'll try to keep him from spending so much money this time, but you know, there's no promises. This store is always so crazy. It's always so busy and noisy. So if you get like anxiety, like you probably should not come in this store, but we're gonna keep shopping. Alright, so now we're gonna head to the busiest store in all of Disney Springs. I'm talking about World Disney, the one everybody wants to go to, so let's get in that madness and we'll see what we can find. So we just got done with World of Disney and it's a little crazy. So we're gonna stop by our favorite margarita bar and get us a little drink before we head to dinner. Alright guys, so we are waiting for our reservation time at Sanaa, but before that I wanted to talk about the movie, Avatar: The Way of Water. Just a real quick review, no spoilers, no spoilers. So I thought it was really, really good. If you've seen the first film, it's a continuation of the story. Of course, it's several years later. I think everybody kind of knows that at this point, but the movie overall was really, really well done. The visuals are amazing, the storyline is really good, and even it being a long movie, like, I mean, I had no problem sitting through the movie. What did you think?
Yeah, I didn't feel like we were sitting there for 3 hours. I think it felt like a normal movie of about an hour and a half, hour and 40 minutes maybe. So it didn't feel like 3 hours, but I will say, and this was one of the things I told Mike, I said, we have to see this in the big screen before it goes to, you know, DVD or you know, any of the streaming services, and I was absolutely correct. You know, and I would love to see it again, maybe in 3D, because like what we saw in 2D was just absolutely breathtaking. It doesn't feel like he skimped on anything from the first movie to the second movie. It was just as good, if not, like, you know, like a lot of times you have a sequel movie that just doesn't live up to the hype of the first one. This one definitely lives up to the hype of the first one because it's a completely different movie. You're in the same genre, you're in the same story, if you will, but it's a completely different story, and so it 100% works and was, in my opinion, like, I would say, like, you know, 10 out of 10. I'm a sci-fi fan, it's a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, so I agree with that. The story definitely stands on its own separately, so if you didn't see the first movie, that's okay, but I mean, you'll get more backstory, I guess, if you see the first one and then see the second one. But if you haven't seen the first one and you did see the second one, go back and watch the first one and you'll understand a little bit more of the backstory. But yeah, so we're just here in the lobby and we're just going to kind of wait for our reservation time to come up, and then we're going to go and have some really good food. So we're just going to wait. Alright guys, so we're all checked in, just waiting to be called for a table. Super excited. We've looked at the menu already. So many good choices, so let's go eat. My partner got the evening started with the African Star Mojito. It's Star African rum, Vanderham tangerine liqueur from South Africa, fresh lime juice, and mint. We did take everybody's advice and started with the Indian-style bread service. The service comes with 5 types of bread, a traditional naan, a garlic ginger naan, a spiced naan, onion kulcha, and a paneer paratha. You get 9 accompaniments with your bread. They are cucumber rata, roasted red pepper hummus, mango chutney, tomato date jam, tamarind chutney, coriander chutney, garlic pickle, spicy jalapeno lime pickle, and red chili sambal. And that's in order from least spicy to the most spicy. We also got an order of the samosas, which is potato and peas samosas with tamarind and mango chutney. So I decided to go with the Zanzibari vegetable curry with chicken, which comes with seasonal vegetables and a fragrant rice. Will went with the pochi inspired, where you choose one from the journey, which he got the pork vindaloo, and then you choose one from the harvest, which he got the chickpea wat. It is also served with scented basmati rice. We did each sample everything that we ordered, and it was all very, very delicious and excellent. We will definitely have to revisit this restaurant in the future. Of course, after such an amazing meal, we had to get dessert. So we both got the Serradura, which is butterscotch pudding, almond coffee strudel, pineapple, mango, and Breton shortbread. And if all that wasn't enough, we got a special dessert for our anniversary from the restaurant. It was passion fruit ice cream with a raspberry sauce and berries. Alright guys, well that's going to do it for us on this anniversary day, evening, whatever. We just got done at Sanaa. It was amazing. It was so good. Get the bread service. They're not kidding. It was amazing. Everything we had was just really good. But yeah, I mean, so that's a little bit more about me. I know this is a little bit different from what I normally do, but hopefully it just gives you a little bit more insight of who I am. But as always, thank you so much for following along on my little adventures and journeys. And as always, I am Mike the Bee. You never know where I'm going to be. I'm just going to be. You be too. I'll see you guys later. Bye!